Hey, welcome to this edition of Thrive. As always, I hope it finds you well and that life is good. You know, there's this old saying, winners never quit and quitters never win. You've heard it, I've heard it, you've probably had people say it to you, I know I have. But you know, the one person that you would never have heard that from is a winner. You see, the difference between a winner and a quitter is that winners quit strategically. You see, quitting in and of itself isn't a sign of weakness. It's not a lack of discipline. The issue is the reasons for quitting. You see, it's one thing to quit because you can't be bothered anymore. You've lost interest. You've become distracted by something. You've grown tired of it. It's another to recognize that the thing that you're doing has served its purpose and is not going to help you get to where you want to go. You see, one is quitting reactively. The other is quitting strategically. One is about just, I can't be bothered. The other is saying, you know what? Because I can be bothered, because what I'm doing matters, because of the significance of what it is I'm trying to achieve, I need to quit this in order to do something else that's going to help me get to where I want to go. You see, one is about giving up. The other is about keeping an eye on the end goal, never losing sight of the end game and recognizing that everything we do is simply steps to get there, and that the step that got you where you are now isn't necessarily the right step or the best step to get you to where you want to go. And so it's time to quit that and move on to the next one. And the reason I say this is simply that I think so many of us go through life quitting reactively rather than strategically. I think many of us give up rather than recognize that a season has come to an end. It's time to move on. And I think the reasons for that are numerous, but probably the most significant and the most overlooked is that people who quit reactively, in my experience, don't have a clear sense of where they want to go in life. They have no clear set of goals about what they want to achieve and what they want their life to look like and why. And so as a consequence, they just bounce from one thing to the next. They feel that if I give this a go, it might help me feel better. It doesn't deliver, so they move on to the next. Whereas those who don't drift, those who are strategic, those who have a very clear idea of who they are and what they want their life to be about, what they want to achieve, they have no problem recognizing that in order to achieve goals, sometimes you have to say no to something that was once useful because it served its purpose. Its shelf life is limited. And as a consequence, there isn't a problem moving on. And I say that because if you want to thrive, if you want to get the most out of life, you really need to be intentional. You really need a clear idea of who you are, what you're about, and why. Again, this is why I'm passionate about helping people find their voice. Because once you find it, once you know what your life is about, once you have clarity around those things, everything falls into place. And you begin to recognize seasons for what they are. You don't get bent out of shape about giving something up because it served its purpose. You don't get locked into doing the same old because you don't want to be seen as a quitter. What happens is you move from being reactive to strategic in your approach to what you do and what you don't do, because it's serving a bigger purpose than just simply filling time. So I want to encourage you, if you've bought into that winners never quit and quitters never win, ditch it. It's not going to help you get to where you want to be. It's not about not quitting, it's about quitting strategically. It's about knowing when to quit and move on to the next thing. So don't give up, just don't go through the motions either. Take some time and invest in yourself. That's my encouragement for you. I hope it's helpful. Until next time, God bless.